I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com, and today's question comes from the website, comes from a comment that was left on the website, so I'll read this out. It's out in the open anyway. A girlfriend gets me down with her drinking and it's destroying me. I'd like to have some advice. I really love my girlfriend, but alcohol destroys our lives. She drinks heavy pretty much daily. We have aspirations, but she always collapses under the weight of alcohol when it comes to time to act on them. She gives up everything, drops me and runs to the bottle. She always tells me that it's easier to fail than it is to try and succeed. It's destroying me as a person because I want to move forward with life's goals. Every time we try, I get my hopes up and then I'm crushed. She refuses to get help for drinking. My support alone is not enough. I'm at the end of my rope and all I really want to do is cry. Any help is greatly appreciated. First thing I say to you is that you cannot force anybody to stop drinking. It's just never going to work, you know. No matter how much you try, there's always going to be a backlash if the other person doesn't want to quit, you know. I've been exactly where you are now. In a previous relationship, I was with a woman who basically all she wanted to do was drink and smoke weed and have fun, and her idea of fun. And we lived together and I had to get up for work in the morning and she'd stay awake until 4 o'clock in the morning with music on and smoking weed and drinking alcohol. And yeah, it totally screwed up our relationship. I mean, I had to sort of call it a day. It sort of ended the relationship eventually because the two things were just, our two lives weren't compatible. And I had to accept that. She wanted to go one way and I wanted to go another way, and I wasn't in the long run allowing her to take me down the path that she wanted to go. And I did drink, I did drink heavily at the time, but it was, for me, it was she wanted to drink at different times that I wanted to drink, and I still had to go out and work. She wasn't working. So I was the only one that was bringing in the money, so it caused a lot of resentment and it caused a lot of bad feeling between the two of us. And as I say, it eventually led to the whole relationship collapsing. And unfortunately, that's going to happen sometimes. If you can't find some kind of compromise between these things, between both of you. I mean, it shouldn't be a be-all and end-all. You sort of have to listen to the other partner as well and go, well, I have to accept your drinking to a certain degree. I'm not drinking anymore. Or, the thing that I can say to you is just not to enable it. I did a video earlier on this week where this person's partner was going off and drinking on their own or with their friends and coming back drunk. And basically they were trying to carry on their life the way they wanted to do it. They wanted to carry on drinking. But then this person had stopped drinking, but I don't think they'd 100% committed to stopping drinking. But the thing is that all you can do yourself is to be the example that you want to set in the world, right? So you can do that by, first of all, not drinking yourself, following that rule yourself and not having any drink, because as soon as you have one drink, as soon as you break down that a little bit, then you're breaking down your 100% resolve to do this, right? You're not being that example, right? And it's that one thing that you do against your example that will sit in the minds of other people saying, well, if you don't believe it, then why should I fucking believe it, Another thing is just not to enable the other person's drinking. Like if they start drinking around you and it bothers you, then, don't be in the same room as them. Walk out of the room and say, well, yeah, see you later. You drink, I'm leaving. As I said before, my partner drinks. She's actually cut down a lot on what she was drinking. Not that she was drinking much in the first place. But I wouldn't go through that again. If my partner started drinking heavily and it started getting between us, I wouldn't stay. And I know that's harsh, but you have to think about yourself first. I mean, you have to think about your side of this. If the alcohol is becoming a real issue, then something has got to change. So what would you rather the change be? Would you rather the change be that you go back onto the alcohol again and take away from everything that you've achieved, or the other person? I mean, I know you'd rather the other person to stop drinking, but if they won't stop drinking, then what's the alternative? Sometimes there is no alternative but to finish the relationship, or at least take a break from the relationship and go, well, this is not working for me. I think we should take a break for a while, or, and I know it's not as easy as that, but as I say, I can only talk about this from a personal point of view, what I would do, and I wouldn't put up with it for any length of time, As soon as I saw that, and as soon as I saw it was, you've obviously talked about this, you've obviously gone through all those stages, so yeah, it's a hard one, but like I say, if I was looking for a new relationship, if I was out there looking to find somebody new in my life, I wouldn't be looking for a drinker. I wouldn't be looking for somebody who was eating crap foods. I would try and look for somebody who was sort of on the same path as I was on, because it makes it easier all around in general, As I say, I know that might sound harsh and stuff, but it's very difficult to make changes in your life, right? To make these personal changes, to plan out things, to push yourself to achieving things in your life. It's very difficult to do that, and it's because you have to keep plodding at it day after day after day. You have to keep the changes up, you have to keep making these changes step by step. And I say, just as some people have got the alcohol holding them back because they keep looking back at the alcohol, or they consider themselves to be an alcoholic, they consider that they've got a disease, they consider that they still want to go and live the lifestyle of the alcohol drinker, but they don't want to put the alcohol in anymore. Do you understand what I mean? So these are all things that are going to be pulling you back, and a partner can do that as well. And you have to make those tough decisions. I can't do that for you. I'm sorry, I can't even give you great advice on this, because it's this happens all the time. Regardless of whether it's alcohol or drugs or whatever it is, in a relationship, there's many reasons why relationships fail. And the one big thing is that people drift apart and people start doing different things, and those things stop being compatible with each other, with the two people, so the two people stop being compatible, because their interests and their motivations and their goals in life start to diverge and go in opposite directions, and that is just going to lead to one thing, and that's separation. So you've got to really sit down with the person, with your partner and with your girlfriend, and talk to her like that. Talk to her in those terms. Say, look, I can't do this anymore, or things have got to change, otherwise I can't be doing this. It's tough. Look, and I'm sorry, I can't give you a magic pill. I wish I could give you some solution and stuff, but I can't. So look, if you have any questions at all, if anybody's got anything that they can say to this guy, then please leave it down below in the comment section. This guy's obviously looking for some help. He's in some pain at the moment, so if you have anything at all, then yeah, leave it down below. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Onwards and upwards, eh? Good luck.